Now, Stefan, good to speak with you. The South African National Defence Force was spotted on the streets yesterday. Tell us where and what happened.
Yes, as you rightly said, Tony, just about after midday, towards 2 o'clock, they started moving into the areas. Now, the National Police Minister, Bheki Cele, identified 10 areas. They started in 2 of these yesterday that we know of, Manenberg and then Hanover Park, where we are today. We saw them yesterday in Manenberg moving into the streets with the police. Obviously, their role is here purely to support the police in their operations as they're cleaning up the streets. So we saw about 3 of these large kind of Caspers, if you want to call it that, of the army, with about 20 or so of the SANDF members as well, moving with them and moving from place to place. It seemed like they had identified a couple of houses that they wanted to go to. We heard, among others, that they were specifically looking for illegal scrap dealers at the end of the day. Now, overnight, as far as our sources go, rather, there were no operations. This morning as well, we reached out to all the areas, Philippi, Delft, Manenberg and also Hanover Park, and so far no deployments as yet.
Okay, what has been the response of the residents in the areas that the soldiers have actually been deployed?
We've got very much both sides of the coin here, Tony. Last night I spoke to residents of Manenberg specifically that were quite upset that the police and the SANDF had moved into that area where they were specifically. As they say, the crime that the police is looking for usually doesn't happen there, and that they as a community sort each other out. Now this morning in Hanover Park, though, we got the other side of it. Residents are quite happy to see the army in their streets. The majority of residents I spoke to, as they're heading to work, the taxi rank is here just next to me. As they're heading to work, they said they are very happy to see them. What they would like to see, though, is for them to be on the streets even more than just from late afternoon into the evenings. They'd like them to be on the streets from the morning until the evening.
Okay, Stefan, please just remind us of some of the worst hit areas when it comes to crime and violence. We know Philippi is one of those areas. Tell us about the other areas.
It's definitely Philippi, where about 2 weeks ago 11 people were killed between the Friday and the Saturday. That seemed to have been the catalyst. But we also have Mitchell's Plain. We also have Bonteheuwel as well, where they are moving in hopefully in the coming weeks as well, according to residents there. There's also the Manenberg and the Hanover Park areas, and also the Cape Flats in general, 10 areas identified by the National Police Minister. And as I said, I've mentioned only a couple of them, but as these 3 months progress, I'm sure we will see the SANDF and the police, of course, move into all these areas and try and stabilize the situation in those specific areas, especially relating to gang-related crime and gang murders as well.
All right, thank you so much, Stefan Goosen. There on the ground is in Hanover Park at the present moment.